Tips here, another video. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't able to do a video on Friday, so yeah, doing one today, man. I don't usually post on Sundays, but yeah, let's do this. Um, latest film news is basically that this thing. Oh, Sholo Marindwena, who did the thing, who was in Blue Beetle that came out earlier this year. When it came out last year, I can't remember really. I really should actually keep up with that. But anyway, Sholom Blue Star, Blue Beetle star, Sholom Marandwana has talked more about reprising his role as Jaime Reyes in DC Studios' planned animated TV series, calling it the craziest anime. You can find more details from him in this article. Um, like Blue Beetle is how I look at Spider-Man, basically, man. Like in terms of the who they target for their age groups. Um, this thing. Sure. Yeah, they're basically doing this thing. I'm basically just doing an anime for the Blue Beetle news. For the Blue Beetle, yeah. And, what did I say? I was saying that um this thing, Blue Beetle is kind of like, as I said, it's DC's alternative to Spider-Man, and the fact that Blue Beetle is like Mexican, I always thought that that should actually make it like a thing. It should have more crossover appeal. Like Spider-Man's so cool because he's a teen, he's a kid, and I kind of feel like Blue Beetle was supposed to be there, man. I can't remember. I don't even remember how much the budget was for the film. I just remember this thing. I just remember it didn't really perform that well at the box office. Yeah, I don't think it performed that well. 2023. Well, yeah, I also think it also kind of thing let itself down in terms of it let itself down in terms of the fact that it was actually made for a TV series, and this thing it was made for a TV series, and this thing it was basically just they just slapped some dollars on it, and yeah, they hope that it would succeed as a feature. I don't know, man. I kind of feel I kind of feel it was disappointing, but what I want to focus on really now is the fact that, as I said, it's like the alternative to it's DC's alternative to Spider-Man, and I kind of feel that this thing, if they really focus on this character in other movies, like for example, if this guy is in a Flash movie, and he's already had his movie, but like let's say he's in a Flash movie or Batman movie as a side character, like how Tony Stark was the side character in the first Spider-Man film. It would really help this character a lot. So by the time like a sequel would have to come through, the sequel probably perform well because more character development has been done, more exposure to this character has been had. And to be honest, Blue Beetle in terms of the comics, Blue Beetle has a lot of exposure because of the comics, and I think this series it helps it out a lot, man. Um, so Miguel Puga, who did the Casa Grandes movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good news about it. Man, is it a Netflix movie? I think it's a Netflix movie. Yeah. Is it? Oh, it was a series. It was a series, and then it was they made a movie. But the movie, hey man, it was really well received. That I can say. So Like a lot of series make movies, but you know, it's rare that you find the movie from a series actually performs so well that people don't even know it's a series. They just think of it as a movie, as a one-off movie. So yeah, man. Um, Miguel Puga is directing it. So it says he'll serve as showrunner while Christian Martinez, who did Women of the Movement, is writing the series. I don't know what Women of the Movement. I don't know what Women of the Movement is, man. I don't know what Women of the Movement is. But it's a drama miniseries. I was one of those. It's a struggle series. Yeah, I should have just known from the name. Anyway, um, what else is there, man? He'll be showrunner Angel Manuel Soto and Gareth Dennett Alcocer, director and screenwriter of the what of the 2023 movie, respectively, executive produce alongside John Richard. Galen Faisman, another Blue Beetle executive producer, is overseeing the series for DC Studios. Jaime Reyes, actor Sholo Mandrano will reprise his role alongside other actors who starred in Blue Beetle movie. However, there have been conflicting reports about whether it's a continuation of that or a soft reboot which can bring Jaime into the DCU without any DCEU baggage. What's going on there? During a recent interview via comicbookmovie.com, during a recent interview via comicbookmovie.com, Cobra Kai star talked more about what it means to bring him to bring to him what it means to him to bring Blue Beetle into DC Studios' new DC universe. Um, there's only been one Blue Beetle, Marandrena declares, and I'm so excited to continue the story of Jaime. Um, it's an honor, and I just can't wait to see where the heck he goes. It's still so early, but I just don't know if it's. But I just know it's about to be the next craziest anime. I like the fact that it's also been made as an anime, but even though Blue Beetle could just have been made like by the guys who made this thing, Justice League, the Young Justice series, man, because they Young Justice had a very good balance of what they were doing. It could be very funny because I kind of feel like a lot of the people who worked on Young Justice, they came off a lot of kids shows, and you can tell that by the drawing, and it matured over time, to be honest. So um, I kind of feel like they could have pulled it off, man. But the fact that it's an anime series, it ought to be interesting. So yeah, man, let's check this out. Oh, when is it even coming out? It's worth noting that Mandrana has reportedly confirmed rumors uh, that Eternal Star will play the DCU's Booster Gold. So we imagine that the planned TV series will be next for Blue Beetle once this animated project drops. When is it even coming out, man? Like they don't even say that it's in development. So basically, this is just like just the confirmation that who's going to be working on this project, man. It really says nothing else about this thing. Um, but there's only one Blue Beetle. Shola Mandarin teases it coming. Okay, no, same art, different article, different people. Um, yeah, man, watch Blue Beetle on Max. I don't think it was such a great movie. Yeah, it was kind of iffy for me. I'm just glad that the character was introduced, and they should do it like a Marvel thing, man. Like basically, This thing. He should, even though his film failed, the character doesn't have to be a failure, and could be actually very important for the story moving forward. So yeah, man. That's that on that. The Batman Part Two's release date confirmed, cast, and more news and rumors about the DC movie. The Batman Part 2 will reportedly enter full production in early 2025, and here's all you need to know thus far. Um, the Batman Part 2 is among my most anticipated superhero movies of the next few years. It's been over 2.5 years since Robert Pattinson first outing as a Cape Crusader took flight, but the Penguin TV series has reignited interest in Matt's Batman universe. Not for me, really. And um, I and many others can no longer contain my excitement for the Dark Knight's next big screen adventure. So what do we know about it? Not a lot, but really, its cast and crew, um, plus what happened in the Penguin, has given us some ideas about the Batman's film sequel. And to that end, I've rounded up every piece of news and rumors that I can find. Okay, on this thing on the sequel. Um, a planned release date is October the 2nd, 2026. The film, labeled the DC Elseworld Project, after new DC Studios co-heads James Gunn and Peter Safran revealed the new look DC Cinematic Universe in 2023, was originally due to arrive in October 2025. The release date was unveiled many months after Warner Brothers confirmed that the Batman was getting a sequel. However, the Batman Part 2, its release was delayed in mid-March, with Deadline noting that the 2023 Hollywood strikes were a key reason for its revised launch date. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly in mid-September, Reeves confirmed he'd finally finished writing the script with co-scribe Mattson Tomlin. It's unclear when filming will actually begin, but industry insider Jeff Snyder suggests it'll start shooting in April 2025. Surprising no one, there's no trailer yet. I don't expect to see one until early 2026 either, man. And especially if principal photography doesn't start on the Batman Part 2, and it doesn't start until next April. And once the trailer is eventually released, I'll update this section, man. I So the people who will be returning are obviously Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne slash Batman, Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, and Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth. Colin Farrell will return as the Penguin. I hope he has a bigger role in this sequel. I actually do hope he's like the main bad guy for this. Pattinson is nailed on to step into the role of the titular vigilante, and his billionaire alias Bruce Wayne once more. Meanwhile, three of the Batman supporting cast are also set to return. Farr announced via the Hollywood Reporter that he signed on to appear in 5 or 6 scenes as Oswald Cobblepot. I prefer Cobblepot, man. Like, even Cobblepot, anyway, man, it would have fit. It would have been a weird thing. It would have been a weird surname compared to the other Italian mafia surnames. And yeah, man, I have a feeling it would have worked. Um, Circus also confirmed that he'll be appearing. He'll be back as the Wayne's family butler, Alfred Pennyworth, when discussing the movie's filming schedule at A Superhero Con per Digital Spy in June. Lastly, Jeffrey Wright spoke about playing Commissioner Gordon again with Entertainment Tonight Online in February. There are plenty of other actors who appeared in the Batman that may show up too. Concerning the former, Zoe Kravitz, Barry Cogan, and Paul Dano could return as Selina Kyle, Joker, and the Riddler, respectively. I don't remember what even happened to the Riddler in part two. Though much depends on the story that'll play out in Batman Part 2. On the Penguin front, the most likely candidate who might make the jump to the big screen is Kristen Milioti Sofia Gigante. She was reincarnated at Arkham Asylum as one of the best Max show's final episode, and given Batman visited the psychiatric hospital prison in the Batman, he could do so again as part of the plot. If he does, I'd be shocked if he doesn't have a scene or two with Sophia. Like, I don't really think that's necessary. I don't think that would happen anyway. Um, but anyway, finally, Connor O'Neill's Gotham Police Chief Mackenzie Buck and Jamie Lawson's Gotham City Mayor Bella Real are sure to pop up. appeared minor roles in both productions, so I've reason to believe they'll appear in the Batman 2. And understandably, there's very little that has been spoken about the Batman. Very no plot details at all. Though a lot of people are actually predicting that Hush will make his first live action appearance. Um, I have yet to see Batman Hush. It's one of the films I have to still make a review for. I really have to, but I'd like to because it's one of the like every time they bring up like DC's animated studios has a very long and storied history of making great products. So Hush is one of the top rated uh, projects they've released. So that usually that for a studio that's released so much good stuff, if if they say a movie is good compared to the other things that they've released, that actually it says a lot about the film, man. So I should actually check it out, because I am a huge DC fan. I think there's only like 3 or 4 of the animated features I haven't watched. Many of the animated series I haven't watched because the DC animation department goes back a very long while, man. And I just like that they've kept the tradition of having releasing good content, like good series and good movies. Um, Even the Flash film, everybody kind of wonders why it didn't just take what happened from that movie of the Flashpoint, and it would have been much easier to have. It would have been much easier for fans to digest instead of just doing what they did, which is a whole lot of things that a lot of people didn't approve of, like the whole Supergirl. I didn't mind the Supergirl timeline. I don't know, man. That movie just for me it was disappointing in so many ways. But yeah, my main thing is my main disappointment with this thing was okay. Oh, yeah, man, I've lost my train of thought even. Anyway, let's move on to the next and the next and the next. Um, okay. James Gunn has released he's actually dropped some news as well. James Gunn is one of the few directors I like in terms of how he always updates about his films. Um, I don't really like that he does it at times, but there are other times when it's a nice surprise, man. Just like how this thing was also a nice surprise. Um, how the Anthony Kerrigan character, who's that dude, Chemical Man or whatever this man is, Amalgamation Man, Anthony Kerrigan. Anthony Kerrigan was a very good character in he was a very good actor in the series Barry. Um, oh, he actually won an Emmy for that, man. Um, and he's previously played a character in the DC film universe. He was he was what? Victor Zaz, sorry. Or Zaz. Sailor Master Killer, Psycho Killer. Yeah. Yeah, Metamorpho. That's the dude. Rex Mason, Metamorpho, man. Can turn various parts of his body into different elements. Um, Metamorpho was George. Okay, no. Yeah, he can change himself into different medical compounds, man. Um, James Gunn, co-chairman, chief executive officer of DC Studios, opened about what the DC Universe's debut project has to offer fans. Creature Commandos, which is created by Gunn, follows a team of non-humans assembled by Amanda Waller as a replacement for Task Force X after Congress prohibited her from using a human team. In addition to Davis' animated feature, series features the voice talents of Frank Grillo, Sean Kern, Steve G, Indira Varma, David Harbour, Anya Chalotra, Benjamin Barron Davis, Maria Bakalova, and Alan Tudyk, among others. Gunn shared a video to Threads in which he asked the cast what they find most surprising about the series. Greta responded is like how funny the series actually is. And everybody really has their moment to be funny. In the comments, a fan asked Gunn for his answer, to which he stated that we don't hold back in any way, especially not emotionally, and the beauty and the performances. I said maybe the beauty of the performances is like a better way to have said that. After years of making films and series in the superhero genre, Gunn is well versed in grounding the fantastical through character work. As such, he's a natural fit to take on the colorful cast of Creature Commandos, including Weasel, the Bride of Frankenstein, Cersei, Princess Ilana Rostovich, Cersei again. I don't know if there's two Cerseis. Articles badly written. Screen Run has a problem with the articles. I have a problem with Screen Run's articles. But anyway, what James Gunn's Creature Commandos comments mean. What do they mean? Indeed, despite the Creature Commandos being more outlandish characters, Gunn will likely drill down on their core motives, thus emphasizing their humanity. This is the same approach that he took when adapting Guardians of the Galaxy's Rocket Raccoon, who is uh, one of the most impactful arcs within the entire Whereas one of the most important arcs within the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, in spite of being an anthropomorphic raccoon. This thing, in spite of being a Gunn's style of writing and directing, tends to go all in with heightened emotions and performances. Creature Commandos is unlikely to deviate from his usual style because it is animated. Our take on James Gunn's Creature Commandos comments. If any director can make Creature Commandos a success, James Gunn can. He's already pulled off a similarly unusual cast with Guardians of the Galaxy and almost the same premise with the Suicide Squad. The DC Studios boss has the right to resume to pull off the series. Right resume, sorry. Shit. But that doesn't mean it isn't a gamble to start the DC universe, start the DCU with an animated show. Most casual audiences likely won't know the series exists. Regardless, the debut of Creature Commandos in December will be a fun ride while audiences wait for Gunn's upcoming Superman series to hit theaters in July of 2025. And yeah, man. I'm trying to remember if there was anything on the Twitter feeds, because as you know, the Twitter feeds are a very good source of this thing. Internet things, internet. Let me see. I don't know if I should call it internet journalism, because I kind of feel that's what the Twitter stuff is. It's really just internet journalism. Um, they're very good in terms of the news that they're able to find, the scoops they're able to dig up. So yeah, man, and they usually have their fingers on the pulse. They know exactly what happens before anyone else does. And that's why I like checking it out, man. Uh, okay. So man, as you know, this thing is finished. The Penguin is finished, and what else is gonna be starting? The DCU is coming. I was watching it. Okay, so some people have watched this thing already. Uh, some people have already watched Creature Commandos, and they are 100 in August, so they can't really say anything. I was hoping it'll actually say something, but yeah, they can't say nothing at the moment, man. And I don't even know what CC. Oh, Comic Con XP 2024. James Gunn says he won't be attending that because obviously he is busy with Peacemaker season 2. Um, yeah. Okay, they've officially wrapped. Um, okay, no man, for these specific characters, Daniel Brooks, Freddie Stromer, Robert Patrick, Frank Grillo, David Edelman, Alyssa Matlock, Taylor Sinclair, and Dorian Kingi. Yeah, Dorian Kingi. I can't wait for everyone. Can't wait for everyone to see what they bring to the table. John Cena, oh man, I don't really think John Cena is that good of an actor, but he does really well in this thing, in Peacemaker. So yeah, Tim Burton's Batman was released. Tim Burton's Batman was released on home video 35 years ago today. Um, Creature Commandos will be unleashed on December 5th on Max. Purna Jagannathan has been cast as Zoe in HBO's Lanterns. We read about that the other day. And they say what Zoe is an original character for the Lanterns TV series. Zoe is effortlessly confident and poised in any setting, even those where she stands out. She's every bit as composed and cunning of the influential men around her. And yeah, man, just more Creature Commandos news. They're ramping up. Um, just a whole lot of conjecture at this point because we don't really know anything. But yeah, man, I think that's it, bro. Yeah. Not much fun news. But I remember there was an article. Let me just try and find the article again, man. Um, Peacemaker season 2. Peacemaker was a very good series, man. And a lot of people are actually hoping that Peacemaker would be the only character who would actually have knowledge of what had happened this thing, what had happened to the other characters in the DCEU. They were hoping he was like a crossover character between the DCEU and the DCU, and he'd be like the only person who'd have any knowledge of what happened because this guy, the Flash, did essentially reset the DC film universe. And James Gunn basically took it from there. He just took that opportunity to reset the whole universe from there, man. But yeah, there's not a lot of this thing. There's not a lot of news. But yeah, man, probably drop another stream tomorrow or maybe later tonight. But yeah, probably tomorrow. Another couple of vids and see the last one I did is doing relatively well. But yeah, yeah, man. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyway, man, enjoy your Sundays. And yeah, I don't think there's any sports going on today. But watch Peacemaker season 1 if you have nothing else to do. But yeah, man, that's me for today. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe. Wish you well, all that good stuff.